am the voice, Craig Anderson, and you have joined us here at Dirt Sheet Mania for our Elimination Chamber preview show. Alongside, as always, I've got the Director of Creativity, Kieran Smith. Hello, Kieran.
Hello, Craig. How are we doing today?
I'm doing very well. We're here for our, as you can see on the screen behind us, the Dirt Sheet Mania wrestling podcast Elimination Chamber preview show.
Great graphics.
It's great graphic. Who did that?
It's me.
Director of Creativity.
I'm too good at this stuff.
There's one on the pre-show, and there's 6 on the main card.
Is there one on the pre-show?
There is one on the pre-show.
Have they confirmed it is pre-show?
Yes, it's on. I checked when I took through my matches for my guesses. I checked on WWE.com. Check that out. Yeah.
Pre-show, sweet.
Pre-show, right? Yeah. So we're gonna get into it now.
We are gonna get into it.
I don't know if you've got the graphic for it, but we are. Should we do guesses for the pre-show or leave that?
Yeah, if you want to do a pre-show one.
Okay, we're pre-show now. Okay, we'll go straight into that then because I don't think you got the graphic for the pre-show one because there probably isn't one. No. That's the Miztourage versus the Balor Club of Gallows and Anderson.
I'd say, yeah, great. This is great news.
Who do you think will win?
Probably the club.
Yeah,
it has to be, I think.
Balor Club.
Or the Balor Club, yes.
You know.
But, yeah, they'll probably win.
Same.
Miztourage as well, they're just lackeys, aren't they? So
they are. They're like the Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury of... Yeah. But
they're great. They're great.
They're much better in the
and everything.
Former IC title holders of both of them. Yeah, so both saying the Balor Club.
Yeah, Balor Club.
Sweet. Okay then. Well, when we get to the main card, obviously we don't know the order they're going to put it in. It's impossible to tell. But we are going to put it in order probably of importance.
Yeah,
I'd say so. Yeah, give or take.
It's some sort of logical order. It's not jumping all over the place.
Yeah, it's a sort of slowly building to the top as opposed to what will open and what will close. But our first match we're going to talk about, guys, is going to be Bray Wyatt versus Matt Hardy in the next chapter of the Great War. Hi and welcome back to Dirt Sheet Mania. This is our first match of the main card. We've got behind us there Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. I'm not gonna lie, Kieran. I'm not really bothered about this feud anymore.
It's quite boring, isn't it? It's laughing basically, and
most of this feud is just them giggling at each other. It's not. I don't feel they call it the Great War. At one stage around the Rumble time, I was saying, I reckon it's going to be them versus people as opposed to versus each other. And for about 10-15 seconds in the Rumble, I was right.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, mate.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where they go. I don't think either of these two will be on the WrestleMania card. They'll probably be in the Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah, I think so.
This just a throwaway match for the card.
Can you imagine if Bray won? We'll talk about that in our what is wrong with this year's WrestleMania. Check that out on YouTube, guys. That is coming out over the weekend before the Elimination Chamber, we think. Hopefully. And if that is true, if Bray Wyatt is in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, he would have gone from being the WWE champion last year into the match where they're trying to build up the importance of it, but for the most part is if you haven't got a match, you're in that match.
Yes, they try and get everyone on the card, which is obviously one of the reasons why we think there is a problem with this year's WrestleMania. Yeah.
So straight up, who's going to win this match, Kieran?
Well, Bray Wyatt won on Raw 25.
He did.
So I'm going to go with Matt Hardy just purely so they can have another match down the line that we'll all be thrilled to see.
Off the bat, with the pre-show we both agreed with each other, but I'm actually going to say Bray Wyatt on this one. Yeah. I don't know how long it is till Jeff Hardy comes back.
I'm sure it's pretty soon.
Maybe he'll make an appearance Sunday and he'll be involved in this somehow.
I mean,
as long as he doesn't screw Matt Hardy over for another Jeff versus Matt, I'll just do my head in.
No, I wouldn't want to see that.
No, me neither.
I like your idea of the Great War of these two being together. I think they should start going towards that path because it's not really done anything. Like
Matt and Jeff go their separate ways, but the Hardy Boys character...
Jeff to SmackDown.
Yeah.
They could do with a bit more star power over there,
In some ways. I mean, he's a former WWE champion.
Exactly.
I'd love to see...
He's popular. He's the most popular of the two.
Yeah. Jeff versus AJ Styles next year.
Could you imagine that SummerSlam?
That would be good. Turn AJ probably heel again, I suppose. Yeah. But we're going super off topic here already.
Yeah.
Well, you're saying Matt, I'm saying Bray.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there we go. That's the first one. We're already disagreeing with each other. Nothing new there. Our next match on the card that we've got will be for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The Bar versus Titleist Worldwide. So, as you can see behind me, Kieran, there is a graphic for the Raw Tag Team Championship match, Titleist Worldwide versus The Bar. as we've spoken about last week on Dirt Sheet Mania episode 4, the Bar have lost to Titus Worldwide 3 times. Twice as number 1 contenders before they won the belts off Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins at the Royal Rumble, and once after, which was last week on Raw. The Bar have beaten them once when they won the belts. The first defense was against Titus Worldwide.
Yeah.
And they retained. And I think straight away this is going to be the same story.
Yeah.
So close to WrestleMania. I know in the grand scheme of things, what, there'd be like 7 weeks till WrestleMania after this pay-per-view?
Yeah, there will be, yeah.
About 7 weeks. So, Titus Worldwide could win the tag team championships, and then you could just have them win them back on Monday.
Yeah, possibly. I don't think WWE will do that. I think they've got stock in what Titus and Apollo do, but I just think in terms of how the tag team titles have bounced around between the Bar and the Shield and Seth and Jason and everything like that, I don't think they'll do that.
No.
I think it's just going to be a straight up win for the Bar again, retain the titles.
Yeah, same.
And they go into WrestleMania, whether they defend those titles, we don't know. Yeah,
well, again, that's something we'll talk about on our What's Wrong with This Is WrestleMania video shortly. But I'm the same for me. I think the Titus Worldwide, they've improved and they clearly want them to do well. Hence, the victories in important matches against the number 1 contenders and against tag team champions last week on Raw. But for me, I think at pay-per-view level, I think the Bar will definitely be the ones with the straps.
I think it'll be a good little match. I mean, obviously we've seen the matches on Raw.
They start off really slow, but towards the crescendo, they really get quite good actually.
Yeah, you got Sheamus and Cesaro, and they're both great technical wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Both bring
and Apollo,
to
as I've said before, I've seen Apollo Crews in this country before he went to WWE, and he was excellent. He'd have the rim in the palm of his hand. They're finally doing something with him. And in bigger crowds, though, for some reason, they still can't seem to...
quite connected with the WWE audience. Even in NXT, it was good, but...
I was overly surprised when he got called up. I thought it was... he's a good wrestler, but in the grand scheme of the world of WWE, where you'd pretty much have to learn everything again, I thought it was too soon.
Yeah.
But I think we both did, didn't we? But no, I'm saying the Bar, you're saying the Bar.
Yeah.
Wonderful, that's 2 down. So we're disagreeing on one, agreeing on another one. Next, we're not actually going to be talking about a match next. We're going to be talking about Ronda Rousey's contract signing. So stay tuned for that. So Ronda Rousey's contract signing at Elimination Chamber before Monday Night Raw. There was no negotiation apparently.
She just turned up.
She's going to be on Raw.
She just found her way into the Wells Fargo Centre that night at the Royal Rumble.
Kieran, so she's signing for Raw. Between now and WrestleMania, would you expect her to wrestle on Raw?
No, I think her first match will be at Mania. I think it will be a tag match. I don't think she'll go straight into a title match. There was an article out today on WWE.com that said, could she go straight into a title match?
No, I saw that. Yeah.
Look, she has star power. That's the reason why she's.
There's no question about her power, star power.
She's not had a wrestling match. She's not had even a wrestling match on NXT. She's obviously trained.
No.
We've seen a little
you've seen the videos
of her training, doing wrestling moves.
Mm-hmm.
But I expected her first match be a tag team match in the ring with someone with a bit of experience, so she can learn in that ring in a big environment.
Well,
she's not going to be starstruck. She's not going to.
Oh no!
78,000 people at WrestleMania.
Oh no!
She's going to be fine.
I mean, she did the little bit 2 or 3 years ago with The Rock, Triple H, and Stephanie.
Yeah.
It's interesting because if she does go into a tag team match at WrestleMania, which I think is the obvious decision to make, because it breaks her in slowly, it's not then all about her. It's more about her tag partners and who she's against. The main rumor is it will be Stephanie and Triple H.
Yeah.
Versus her and maybe The Rock.
They want The Rock.
Maybe Kurt.
Yeah.
And then you had another one.
I had one. It's quite weird on the journey to work this morning.
Very out there.
I was sitting in the car and I was like, what person could tag with Ronda? And obviously, The Rock would be ideal.
Well, it could fall off the thing from a few years ago.
It's insurance things. It's he's obviously doing movies.
Is he free?
Seth could be potentially one of them, whether he's going to be involved in a match. Kurt Angle could be another one.
Yeah.
But there was one that I sat down and thought, and there's an old superstar, a movie star, who's been saying that he wants to come back.
In my opinion, the most successful movie star coming from the WWE.
Yeah, you probably could say that. And that's Batista.
Dave Batista. Do you want to see Batista back at Blue-tista?
I mean, would I like to see him? That'd be nice to see him. He's a big movie star now, but his last moment on WWE TV was him saying goodbye.
Literally
to Triple H.
He did that as well, didn't he?
He did. Yeah. So I mean that could tie into a potential storyline,
Yeah. I think, and if he did, I think it'd be a one-shot deal for him. But let's talk about Ronda. Apart from what she will do going forwards between now and WrestleMania, we're gonna have another little guess. And you think, well, how can you guess on somebody just being there? Well, we're going to have a guess.
Yeah, we need to sort of try and create points where
there aren't points.
We'll disagree, and so we can add points up in this little competition that me and you are having.
We think that there is points in Ronda pointing at the WrestleMania sign.
Yeah.
And being told to do it again and again and again by producers and referees at ringside. Do you want to have a guess at how many times?
So I think Ronda Rousey will point at the WrestleMania sign 3 times.
3 times.
3 times during this whole contact sign.
Okay, that's a good number. I'm not, obviously, for point's sake, I'm not going to guess the same. I'm gonna say 2. I think 4 is just a. She's not that stupid.
I think the logical thing for this is 1 at the beginning, 1 at the end. But
maybe one on the ramp as well.
She messed up pointing at the sign at the Royal Rumble.
Lots of times. She went with the wrong hand.
Yeah, so
it's like if I was pointing over there and you're the hard cam, I'm going to point the WrestleMania sign. She pointed with that right hand. Should have gone with the left hand. There it goes. Look at that sign. Kieran, you see it's up there?
Yeah,
it's there. It's
actually there,
is it?
Yeah,
is it? No? Oh,
no,
okay.
No.
That's what Ronda did. She messed up.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to make a guess about a nut match, but I assume she'll be in the room with Kurt Angle. I assume.
I'd assume so. I think she'll be there with Steph. Steph's the Raw commissioner.
So that's
where maybe.
So for me, the logical person would be Kurt as a tag partner.
Potentially, yeah.
Because then Triple H and Steph come back, have a disagreement. Kurt's like, "You want us? It's us against you at WrestleMania."
I don't think the match will be made.
No. But in months to come, or weeks to come,
they'll put the seed. Put the seed into.
It'll be well and truly planted. It will. Okay. Well, we're going to move towards now. Our first of our 2 women's matches on this evening's show. This one is an interesting one. It looks a bit shoehorned. It looks a bit, we don't know what to do, so we're going to put it in. It is Nia Jax versus Asuka, and if Nia wins, she's added to whatever match, to whatever women's championship that Alexa wants to be added to at WrestleMania. It's as long-winded as it sounds, folks. So here we go. But I think, according to Kieran, I think I said Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax.
Yeah. The only reason why we know that, or I know that, is because my Alexa went off when he said Alexa instead of Asuka. And
if you don't know what Alexa means, it just sounds like something went off for Kieran, which is, if you know Kieran, doesn't happen very often.
Women go off on me all the time. I'm always doing something wrong.
We're men, of course, we're wrong. Always wrong.
Always wrong.
So, yeah, it will be Asuka versus Nia Jax. If Nia Jax beats her in any way, that's pinfall, submission, disqualification or count out, she will be added to whatever women's championship that Asuka picks.
Yeah, that's what we're led to believe. That's what
we've been told.
Yeah, that's what Michael Cole said on Monday.
And we're not gonna speculate if that's a error. We're just gonna go with that, and which I think is true. I don't think it is. Yeah. So, basically, these are the 2 picks that we picked to win the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I thought it would be Nia Jax, you thought it would be Asuka. It was Asuka. I look at this again, and I just think they want to keep Nia away from that Raw Women's Championship for as long as possible.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, way down the line, Asuka will go for the SmackDown, Charlotte. I think she'll go over there. And I think this young lady will end up still on Raw, challenging Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
So, for that reason... I think Asuka will win this match.
Let's try and think about this logically.
In any way, though.
I don't think there's any way that Asuka's streak is going to get broken at a B pay-per-view, especially the one before WrestleMania.
Yeah. But don't forget, Asuka has lost matches via disqualification.
Yeah, but
it's interesting they don't sort of talk about that.
Yeah, but Goldberg in his streak had a disqualification against Roddy Piper in
did he?
7th match or something like that.
Really?
That apparently didn't count. So, look,
it doesn't. I think what they're saying is that she's never been pinned.
Submitted.
Yeah, she's never tapped.
That's the streak. I think Asuka's going to win. This is the problem, and it's the same with Shinsuke on SmackDown, is that when you win the Royal Rumble and you're going to WrestleMania, you tend not to have much that you can do in the pay-per-view in between the 2, and this is exactly what it is. They tried to add importance to it, but I think most of us know who we're watching that Asuka's going to win.
Yeah, they've tried their best at a red herring.
Yeah.
Asuka's beaten Nia before, I believe, so for her to beat her again, it doesn't sort of throw up massive, like, oh my God, she's beating her again.
Yeah.
I don't think it really makes too much of a difference. So we're both saying Asuka on that one.
Yeah, I was saying Asuka. Yeah. And then
there's not too much to really to go over on that, really.
Yeah,
but
again, I don't think her decision gets made who she faces at WrestleMania this on. I think that comes at Fastlane when she probably says
she could show up.
Turn up after Charlotte's match against Ruby Riott and say, I'm facing you.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, we could probably both guess now that Charlotte's going to beat Ruby Riott.
Yeah.
there's no even. That's not even a difficult one, I don't think. But okay, both going for Asuka.
Yeah, both going Asuka.
If we're just sort of play devil's advocate, if Nia was to win, it would most definitely be by either counter or disqualification.
Yeah.
It won't be by pinfall or submission.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Or unless Asuka forgets to kick out. Could happen.
It has happened, and if you don't kick out, if you don't kick out, then the referee counts through. Referee's caught. So we are now moving on to our first of 2 Elimination Chamber matches. But first up, we were talking about the Women's Elimination Chamber match for the Raw Women's Championship. Hi guys, as you can see behind me and Kieran is the Elimination Chamber graphic for the women. The first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. First one obviously was in 2002 with Shawn Michaels winning the World Heavyweight Championship, last pinning Triple H. Great pay-per-view that.
Yeah, it was a great little pay-per-view, yeah.
Dudley's getting back together, Bubba and Devon, and Paul Heyman turning on Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, probably not for the last time in his career.
Ooh. Love to see that. So here we go, Kim. We were just having a chat off air actually as well about the participants in this match. And how it's, not to be too harsh, some of the match isn't that strong. Yeah. Now I think personally that out of the 6 ladies in this match, 4 of them would have been in the match, and I'm talking about Mickie James, Sasha Bayley, and Alexa Bliss. I don't think Mandy and Sonya would have been in this match. I think that'd have been Alicia Fox, and I think it would have been Paige if both of them were medically cleared. You have a different feel.
Yeah, I think if Paige was still wrestling, that she'd be in it, and she'd be in it with Absolution, so she's got her 2 lackeys with her.
So you don't think it would have been?
I get what you're saying. I think it's a good point. Mickie would have been it because she's a good hand and she's been around a while.
She's extremely
but I think Paige would have replaced her.
So you think it would have been Paige?
Because the whole Paige thing would have been with Absolution. You've got to have her in the chamber, have them in the chamber.
She's the leader.
Yeah, exactly.
They still come out to her music.
Yeah.
The Tron is the Absolution in the graphic of Paige's.
Yeah.
But,
so I don't think this is like a very strong women's elimination chamber. Obviously, if you think like Paige injured, Asuka, Nia in their own match, even Foxy, she's been there a while. And I think that's the problem with having the Elimination Chamber between the Royal Rumble. If the Elimination Chamber was, say, in September, you would have seen Nia and Asuka in this match, and it may have felt a bit more star-powered.
Can we go ahead and have a little guess?
Yeah.
So 3 guesses for this one, guys. We're going to go with first eliminated, last eliminated, and then the winner. And we're going to do that for both the women's and the men's. So, ladies first?
Thanks. Right, so first eliminated... First eliminated for me is going to be Mandy Rose.
Okay.
I don't know if she starts the match. I don't know who starts the match.
No, we
first,
don't. Whereas the men, we know the Miz will be number 1, even though 2 and 3 start.
Yeah. I think it'll be quite easy to want to get rid, in WWE's eyes, to get rid of either Mandy or Sonya.
Okay.
So I think I'll go with Mandy Rose.
Okay.
Get eliminated first.
I think they want to put over the Absolution group.
Yeah.
I think they want to make it look, even though we know it's not going to happen, I think they want to make it look like one of them's going to win. So I'm going to go with Mickie James being the first eliminated.
Okay.
So I, just from that, again, I assume that maybe...
You've regretted my pick already, because you just made such a good argument.
You like the way they would...
It could be any of them. It could be Sasha or Bayley.
They could shock us all and have Sasha and Bayley go out there. Honestly, it's so difficult to tell what kind of way they're feeling that way. Whatever Vince is feeling that day, that's what will happen.
Yeah.
But I would maybe guess that Mickie will be the first one out.
Yeah.
Who do you think will be the...
So, last eliminated.
So do these together. Do the last and winner in one hit.
Last eliminated. This is how I think it's going to go. I think it's going to be between Alexa, Bayley and Sasha.
Okay.
And then I think Bayley will eliminate Sasha, and then Alexa wins it and beats Bayley last. So I think that's where you tease the Sasha Bayley break up, them going into a feud with each other, because Bayley's eliminated Sasha, took her chance away from going to WrestleMania, and it goes from there. And I think that'll be quite quick, maybe within a minute of each other right at the end.
Yeah.
Alexa
Do you remember?
steals one at the end.
Do you remember that Elimination Chamber when Edge cashed in after, and the last three was Cena, Carlito, and Chris Masters? Carlito rolled up Masters and Cena rolled up Carlito.
Yeah.
Could be bang, bang, bang. Could be 10 seconds, both
Yeah,
gone.
something similar to that, I'd say.
Could be all gone. Reference point, great chamber.
Yeah.
Great chamber, that one. Okay, so I do think Alexa will win. Straight up, I think Alexa's winning this match. I'm going to go with Sasha screwing Bayley. Not screwing, but will they be the last three? It's so hard to tell.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm going to say Sasha will be the last one in there, and Alexa will beat Sasha.
Yeah.
Maybe, not to know how it will go, but maybe Bayley will snap.
Maybe.
Alexa will pin Bayley, and Bayley will just be like, not again, I can't handle this. And maybe that's when we'll see the
but we could,
belly to belly in
if
there.
If we're talking about Sasha turning on Bayley, maybe Sasha's the first one to go. Bayley takes out Sasha first, and then Sasha suddenly ends up back in the chamber and takes Bayley out, and Alexa gets the easy pin.
I think
it could go anywhere.
I don't know why. I find it just for some reason. I don't know why I can't seem to just get a clear mind of Alexa winning this match clean.
No, I think it'll be a very sneaky one.
Bayley or Sasha costing the other one the match, and then there's been rumours of Bayley being the one to turn heel, which would be an interesting development for the character.
Yeah,
considering she's been literally a babyface the whole time. Personally, I don't think there's a better. I love Charlotte as a heel, but I don't think there's a better heel than Boss Sasha Banks in the women's division.
She's the best. She's the best heel out of the four horsewomen. Definitely.
Yeah, no, she's
the one with the heel tendencies, the character, even the way she wrestles.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
aggressive, little scrappy but aggressive way. Yeah. Okay.
So Alexa's going to win. I think we both agree with that. So I think she'll win it by literally scraping through by the skin of her teeth.
Oh yeah, she'll be out.
And that's how she needs to win it.
Tail between her legs. Yeah. Absolutely. So for me, Mickey's first gone. Sasha's the last woman before Alexa wins the match.
So I'm going Mandy, then Bayley to be last and eliminated, and then Alexa to win.
Alexa to win. Awesome. Right, that's the women's Elimination Chamber match. We now move on to the men. And for the first time ever in WWE history again, there'll be 7 men in this match, all for the right to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the WWE Universal Championship. And back, obviously, Dirt Sheet Mania. As you can see behind me, the men's Elimination Chamber match. 7 participants, Kieran. I'm sat here and I'm genuinely struggling to pick orders and to pick, who will start. Is it obvious?
Well, we know who's starting.
Do we know who's going to win? Do you think it's obvious?
I think it's quite obvious who's going to win. How you get there, I think, will be
how they can put us through it.
So obviously Miz is number one. That number one has an disadvantage to number 2 and 3 in this match. And obviously Elias is the last person to enter.
Do you think very quickly? Do you think it's somebody could win this match that isn't? Let's be frank and get on with it. That is not Roman Reigns, and then Roman then beats them in between now and WrestleMania, which we've seen before.
Yeah. I've seen theories of Seth being added to the Universal title match and make it a triple threat between Seth, Roman and Brock.
Great story from 31, from cashing in the main event.
I don't think the Universal title match is as set in stone as it was 3 months ago. I think there is a possibility of change, considering Rollins' efforts on Raw. The 65-minute man.
So good.
And how people have been injured, how much more extra talent that they have this year's Mania. I think there's potential there. I still think Roman wins it.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. All right, so we'll go a little bit backwards then. We both think Roman will win.
Yeah.
Who's the last one in the ring with him, Kieran?
So last one in the ring, I'm going to go with Seth.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Christ, look at that.
Again, I think if they had Seth in the ring with him, it may play into the fact that there could be an opportunity here. You need to try and get the viewers to feel like there's a chance that someone else could win this match. I think Seth being that person could be the right person for it. But I feel
they could go for another 5 minutes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Seth and Roman could probably go another 20 minutes into this match, just them two.
Okay,
so do the complete reverse of what happened in the Gauntlet match on Monday.
Yeah, great open. I look at this match from a complete perspective about, who needs to win this most, the story, the journey, going into WrestleMania. And for me, the guy that gets so close but just won't be able to do it, I'm going to go with John Cena.
Yeah.
So I think Roman wins, and he's in there last with John Cena. I mean, I know we've talked about passing the torch or grabbing the torch and taking it off of him. There's been a few instances over that, and I know back at No Mercy last year that there was a sort of an instance when Roman beat Cena at a kind of a random time. No title, didn't really mean anything, just pride, and the build-up was great.
Yeah.
With that,
yeah.
So I can see Cena being the last guy and then Roman beating him again. And then Cena's looking, oh my God, I can't beat Roman Reigns.
You see a potential Undertaker interaction between these two here? Like,
if
obviously, Undertaker he lost his match to Roman at last year's Mania.
He did.
If these two are the final two, could you see him potentially going to look like he's going to chokeslam Roman, but then Roman turns on Cena and that sets up their match?
Such a strong, sort of, I don't know if you call it theory, but the match at WrestleMania will be The Undertaker versus John Cena. They've not had that big match. They've had matches back in 2002, 2003 when Cena first came in, when he was the heel Dr. Thugonomics. If people want to see heel John Cena, go back to 2002, 2003. You'll see him then. But I can only see, if Taker gets involved. Will he get involved? I don't know. It'd be a great climax to the match. It really would. It really would. And I wouldn't be against that in the slightest, because then you could also argue that Roman beat Cena not cleanly. And, in the grand scheme of things, that might not be such a bad thing, despite the Super Cena aspect. So, Roman's the last guy in there with Cena, and Roman wins.
Yeah, so I'm going Roman wins, Seth to be the runner-up, so to speak, and my first eliminated, I'm going to be going for, I'm going to go for John Cena, I think.
You're going to go opposite to me, aren't you? Really?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go opposite. I think he's put so much pressure on himself to win this match to get into Mania. I think you need a moment of shock and a moment of Cena maybe sitting in the ring going, what's going on? I'm not going to go to WrestleMania for the first time in my career.
What am I going to do? He won't win the match, whether it's down sort of my sort of side of things, whether tickets involved, not whether yours. It is that moment of Cena has actually no direct path to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I can see maybe someone like Seth eliminating him first, or maybe a Finn. It's whoever eliminates Cena first in this scenario. For me, I think gets a bit of a rub, and I think Finn probably needs to rub more than anyone else in this match. Elias has had it with him.
Yeah, no.
Obviously, Cena beat Finn to get into this match.
Oh, he did as well. Got a while ago.
In the favour, Finn gets the rub. The rub of Cena.
With no clear route to potential WrestleMania for John Cena. Do you remember John Cena's first WrestleMania match?
It was a big show.
It was. Do you know what he did the year before? On 19?
No.
He did a rap on stage.
Nice.
That was it. He just did a rap. He was complete heel then.
Yeah.
He did a rap on stage, and that's
how
when
things change.
Yeah, it's a massive sort of change for John Cena over the last sort of number of years, and he's certainly on the way out now. But to not have a direct path to WrestleMania, at least at this stage. But we think
he's going to face the Undertaker, and then I think from here, Taker will be Taker's last match. We'll go into theories of what we're thinking in our WrestleMania predictions and our WrestleMania show we'll be doing.
Okay.
But yeah, Cena first to be eliminated, Seth to finish runner-up, and Roman to win.
Okay, so I've already said I think Roman will win. I think Cena will be the runner-up for me. And for the first eliminated for me, I know he's the last one out of his chamber, but I think it'll be Elias. It's completely out there and it's a bit outrageous, I know. But hey, you've got 7 guys already. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be like a war zone in there anyway. It's going to be more like War Games probably than War Games was.
Yeah.
Hopefully without the bad injury.
I think with your theory of Elias being first out, do you see him when he comes to the ring and his entrance, like slating his opponents and pissing them off so much that he does become first eliminated? So
he will be. No, I'm trying to think how will they do it. Do you normally on the entrances? You normally have the guys out that come out first and they go in the chambers.
First, yeah.
So he will be the 4th one out.
Yeah.
So not everyone will be out. He could still run everybody down.
Yeah.
And then every time somebody comes out, they could go up to his pod and go, "Second you're out, mate. I'm coming for you." Yeah, I can see that. They might change it. They might have the 3 guys that start in the ring, and then they have the people in the pods. But I'd love Elias to be the last one out.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Nice slow walk to the ring. He could run everybody down. There's going to be a ton of refs in the ring getting everybody apart from each other before this thing kicks off. And I could see Spear, AA, curb stomp, running power slam, double stomp. I could see everything on Elias before he even gets out of the blocks.
Do you see Braun being a major player in this match?
Part of me looks at this match and thinks, how can he not win?
Yeah.
Because of the way he's been booked and the way he's so over. But realistically, he can't win. There's a rumoured match with him and The Miz at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So whether The Miz is involved in his elimination, potentially, I think he could be another one where everyone has to gang up on him. I think people aren't that stupid.
I think I can see everyone who's in the match at the time eliminating Braun, or everyone doing their finisher.
I look at this and I think Roman and Seth will certainly team up at some point. Other times they'll have to go with it alone, but other times they'll team up. They have pretty good respect, I think, with Finn.
I think any of them will team up. I think even you'll see Cena and Miz teaming up, just going, right, we need to get Braun out, me and you.
We haven't even talked about that. Such history between... The last time they were in a ring together was last year at WrestleMania. Yeah. And look what happened there. That was huge. We haven't even really talked about that. There's so many integral little bits and pieces with that. So, yeah. Okay, so for me, the winner is Roman, the runner-up is Cena, and the first out is Elias. And for you?
Yeah, so Roman's the winner. Seth will be the runner-up, and first eliminated for me will be John Cena.
Awesome. Guys, we have been Dirt Sheet Mania. I am the voice, Craig Anderson. This is the director, Kieran Smith.
That's me.
This has been our Elimination Chamber preview show. Guys, check us out. We're going to be doing the review show next week on SoundCloud, so go check us out on there. We will be watching the pay-per-view live. Follow us on Twitter at DSM Wrestling and use the hashtag DSM Wrestling. Okay, guys, we will see you next week. Bye-bye.